third attempt. Welcome back to the Ace Music Podcast. No, this is the wrong podcast. Oh my god. Welcome back to the I Don't Know Shit About Music podcast. That is the third attempt I did at starting this. I've had a few issues. I'm not in my normal recording location, and I'm not using my normal equipment, so this is just a blast. It's been a blast already. I'm very excited. My voice may sound a little muffled because of I don't have a proper pop filter. So I have a bandana wrapped around this microphone. And that's just going to have to work as best as it does. But yeah, welcome to episode 11. I'm not sure what I'm going to call this one. Maybe I'll just turn it up and speak a little further away. That could be a little better. Anyways, I am having so many issues with my audio at the moment because I forgot this dongle thing that converts the 1/4-inch jack into a proper 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. But here I am. I figured it out. I went to Best Buy, overpaid for one, and now we're getting into it. And it is very spotty. It keeps going in and out. Oh, this is the slowest intro ever. Okay, let's talk about me, shall we? It's been, let's see, on Friday, I had a flight to Cincinnati. I was spending time with some family there for Father's Day. Quite nice. Ate a lot of good food. Feel like I gained 50 pounds. But what can you do? You could eat less. Yeah, I guess you could argue that. But that's not for me, you know? I like to eat. And eat we did. But then I drove back to New Jersey with my parents. And now I am currently sitting in a basement recording this. And anyways, crazy stuff. I have a whole list of things I would like to talk about. First is I saw Billie Eilish released this long-winded apology about a video that surfaced of her mouthing a racial slur. Now I'm not gonna stand up for racism. Like, that's crazy. Who would do that? But she was 13 or 14. So there's like a long list of things. She was 13 or 14 years old at the time of this video. 1. 2, she mouthed it. 3, it was in a song. I don't know what the song was. I didn't look up the whole bunch about it. If you want to complain about my ignorance, you can just write in, I guess. I don't really care. I just think it's outrageous that she found the need to apologize so profusely. And like, I mean, if I was in her situation, I would have to do this. I would feel the need to do the same thing, and it's really unfortunate that that need is there, not because, we should be better or anything, but because she was a young teenager singing a song, and apparently she didn't even say the word, she mouthed it. Like, come on. What are we doing here? Like, are we really going to waste our time on this? I mean, God, there are videos of me and my friends doing worse stuff. Like, well, I guess, what's worse than racism? I don't know, man. But it's just, it boggles my mind. At the risk of sounding like a conservative commentator, can we please stop with the cancel culture? Can we please just stop trying to take people down? It is so annoying. And stop trying to take good people down. Like, Billie Eilish seems like such a chill person. Like, I don't think she means any harm in anything she does. And these people are just trying to attack her. And it's like, why? Like, I'm not even her biggest fan. Like, I don't really care for her music, if I'm being honest. But it's just like, why do you care so much that you have to just try and dismantle her career? Like, I don't get it. but nobody asked me, so I guess I don't get a say. But oh my god, I saw that and I just shook my head. I was like, she's such a good girl. She's this mega star now, but it's like some people just have no life and accept the life of bringing other people down, and it's so awful to see stuff like that. So I wish her the best, and it might not mean much coming from a white guy, but we forgive you, Billy. We forgive you. Yes, and some of you may comment on my rather low energy today, but I've been exhausted ever since I got to Cincinnati, and the basement has thin walls, or I guess a thin ceiling, and right above me are my parents, so I'm not trying to just yell like I normally do. When I get back to Florida, I'll make an episode. Oh, I'll actually have a special episode that I will be recording with my friends. That I so so sorry for this little lull, but the 12th episode will be really good, I promise, or it'll be interesting at least. Because my friends definitely don't know shit about music, so that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. Something else I saw that's really cool is Metallica is announcing a special reissue of their Black album. And included with that is something called the Blacklist or something like that, and it's a cover album of the Black Album. It's gonna feature a whole bunch of artists. Weezer is covering Enter Sandman, and I am going to lose it when I hear it. I'm so excited. I think that's amazing. I hate. I don't really like Weezer's new music at all, as most people don't. But I love all the meme stuff they do. Like, of course, Africa was a fantastic cover, and even Rosanna. Like, that was hilarious that they released Rosanna as a cover and then did Africa. But yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Um, and then I saw the Strokes shared a snippet of a new song called "Starting Again," but they shared it in a campaign ad for one of the people running for New York City mayor, and it's not Andrew Yang. So, fuck the Strokes, basically. Not to bring in politics, because I don't know shit about politics. I don't know shit about anything really. That's the whole point of this podcast, is to just see who writes in and tells me I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sure nobody will write in because nobody listens to it, but it's more of just a talking to my diary sort of thing, I guess. I don't know, but I forget the name of the candidate, but honestly I know nothing about her, but I just know she's not Andrew Yang, so I don't like her. But I don't think Andrew Yang is gonna get it, unfortunately. I hope he really can do something, because I like him. I think he's one of the few Democrats that just seems to understand we are all human, and we are not these super politically correct um, robots that the left is always trying to paint people to be. Um, Again, at the risk of sounding like a conservative commentator, because I'm not. In fact, I consider myself very liberal. Whether you think that or not by listening to this, I do think I fall very much on a left side of things. For the most part, I like my guns still, but I think that's just what happens when you grow up in Texas. I mean, and guns are cool, man. Like, have you ever shot a gun? It's fun. I love going out I've only been to the range once, and I was in like the 7th grade or 8th grade, and I was like, this is fun. Um, but that's neither here nor there. We don't need to get into politics, do we? I didn't think so. But this is probably going to be a shorter episode today, because I like I said, I'm kind of low energy at the moment, and I don't have a whole lot to talk about. And I like to rant normally, and I don't feel like I'm going to be able to rant too much if I can't be my high energy, loud self. Um, but yeah, I have a list of things to talk about at least. So maybe no rants, but things to talk about. How about that? I saw Paul Stanley says Kiss could continue without him and Gene Simmons. Quoting, he says, "quote It's bigger than any member." Interesting, but there are lots of bands that have done this. I feel like maybe there was one original member, and some of the bands that come to mind are Yes, Quiet Riot, Warrant, and Skid Row. I mean, Yes only has one original member, and it's the bassist. Um, and they've made so much material. So I like this idea of a band being bigger than the member, and it's the whole legacy continuing on in that direction. However, it needs to continue on in a way that is an accurate representation of what the band was. You know, it can't just be the same name and then completely new things. You know what I mean? So with Kiss, obviously you're gonna have the makeup around and everything. But when I think about it, the drummer, oh, I think they just retired the one drummer's face makeup. But I thought, let me look this up. What does Tommy Thayer's Kiss makeup look like? Makeup. Let's see. Yeah, he's got the Star Child makeup, which is the same one Ace Frehley had. Um, oh, did he retire? Oh, here we go. Here's an article on the controversy of using. Tommy Thayer says it's understandable that people are upset uh, about him using Star Child makeup, but it says here Chris drummer Eric Singer clearly doesn't have a ton of patience for all the belly aching and carrying on surrounding the current lineup's use of replacement players in the original members' makeup. But guitarist Tommy Thayer proved more diplomatic. Let's see. I'm trying to see. I thought they retired. His name's Eric Carr, I think. Eric Carr makeup. Let's see. Yeah, they retired his. They definitely do not use that anymore because now it's Eric Singer on drums, and he's got the green eyes with the whiskers, and Eric Carr had the red eyes. Um, his was actually really cool. That's a cool looking one. But what was his? He was Caravello. Oh wait, is Eric Carr the one? Yeah, Eric Carr's the one that's dead. Okay, but is Peter Criss dead too? Hold on. There's so many Kiss members. Okay. Peter Criss is still alive. He is the original drummer, and and Eric Singer is using his makeup, Peter Criss's makeup. What happened to Peter Criss? He now resides in Wall Township, New Jersey, in case you were curious. Um, but he's the original drummer, I believe. He's the Cat Man. Let's see. Let's go to the Kiss Wikipedia page, shall we? Kiss. Often stylized as Kiss, using the Schutz and Stoffel S's. That's very funny. Okay, let's go. What I love about Wikipedia is usually if you go to a band. Oh, this is cool. Oh, I forgot about Vinnie Vincent's um, stuff. I can't speak. What I love. Oh, it doesn't have it unless there's further information list. Oh, here we go. What I love about Wikipedia is they always have the timeline of artists or of people in the bands, and it's a very like it's pictorial. I can't speak, man. It's like a picture. It's a graph. Okay? And you got like it'll say the name and it'll be a certain color line, and then it'll go across a chart of years, and then that color will represent what instrument and what role they played. So I'm looking here, and there's a chart that goes from 1974 all the way up until today, and the first member is Paul Stanley, and he's got a red line with a bright green line in it, and red means lead and backing vocals, and the bright green is rhythm guitar. And then there's Gene Simmons, who has the same thing, but he's got a blue line because he plays bass. And then you see there's Ace Frehley, Vinnie Vincent, Mark St. John, Bruce Kulick, I forgot about him, and Tommy Thayer. Tommy Thayer had a couple stints here. So did Bruce Kulick. I didn't know that. Well, that's kind of interesting. I hardly know much about this, but yeah, Eric Carr was the one that died. Yeah, that was a big deal because he was the Fox. Oh, it's got all their personas. So Ace Frehley's the spaceman. Oh, so is Tommy Thayer. Okay, so Paul Stanley's the Star Child, of course. Gene Simmons is the Demon, as we all know. Tommy Thayer and Ace Frehley are the spacemen. And then you got Eric Singer and Peter Criss, who are the Catman. And then there was Eric Carr, who was the Fox, who, in my opinion, I think Eric Carr had the coolest one. Vinnie Vincent's was pretty cool as well. What is this? The Ankh Warrior. Let me see pull it up again. It had like the, I don't know what you would call that symbol. But it's cool looking. Look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about. It's really cool, but I still think the Fox is the coolest. And of course, Gene Simmons, the Demon, is really cool as well. I never liked Paul Stanley's. I always thought the Star Child was really kind of dumb looking, if I'm being honest. Oh, but let me take a drink. But anyways, as I was saying, I just rammed my headphones against the mic. As I was saying, it would be interesting to see bands kind of do this sort of thing, but it would be no different than this would essentially be an SNL type of deal where you have the same premise but just brand new members every certain number of years. Because currently they're going to be picking back up on their end of the road farewell tour, and that's going to end in late 2022. So what's going to happen after that? Are they saying are they saying they're going to have, excuse me, are they saying they're going to have some new guys come in? Because that could be cool. That could be really cool to just see because Kiss is one of those bands where it's like, they're not, how do I say this without getting people upset? They're not so, like, I don't know. They're not great. I'll just say it. Like, I like Kiss. Like, I enjoy some of their music. But they're fun. It's like a fun band, and I think that's something that you can try to keep doing for a while and have it work out. And I could see that working Kiss's favor because they're such a brand. That's what they are. That's the word I'm looking for. They've really branded themselves as this sort of phenomenon or whatever you want to call it. So that's pretty interesting to me. To have Paul Stanley say that. I wonder, let me see, did Gene Simmons comment on this? What is it? Paul Stanley says there's other people around who could pick up the torch. I mean, hey, if they're looking for a guitarist, reach out. But let's see. I think that recasting Kiss or Kiss 2.0 is not what we have ever talked about. Can Kiss continue and can it evolve without us in it? Well, yeah, because it's already 50% there, he says. In other words, there was a time people said, well, it can only be the original 4, and then it was, well, it can only be the original 3. Now they're down to 2. So who leaves next, Gene Simmons or Paul Stanley? And then what happens? And then, Ace Frehley said in an interview, even though he's not in the band anymore, that the thought of Kiss continuing without any of its original members was the most ridiculous statement I've ever heard. I've ever heard Stanley and Simmons make. Okay, so Gene Simmons is on this. Um, he said they're trying to rationalize to the fans, well, we replaced Peter and Ace, and eventually we'll replace ourselves. That's like Mick Jagger saying, yeah, after me and Keith Richards die, the Rolling Stones will continue on with two other guys. Pretty interesting, but I don't think Kiss isn't like the Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones is a very much different phenomenon, and to even compare them is pretty absurd, because when it comes to Kiss, it's like I said, they've branded themselves so hard into this just phenomenon where, like, the Rolling Stones, yeah, they've definitely been branded, but it's not like Kiss has. It's more, I don't know. I don't know. I like Kiss. I like the stuff they did. Like I like how they just completely sold out. Like I think they really embraced it, and it's a very interesting thing to see a rock band do, because you just don't, you see rock bands sell out, but you see them not embrace it. They're like, they try to like stick into that, like, oh no, we would never sell out, man. We're too cool for that. But Kiss does not care, and I think that's what is so good about Kiss. Um, and I think that is why this could move on, is because Kiss is bigger than the members. Kiss is Kiss. You know, I don't know. I mean, the hardest part is you're gonna need to find somebody who sings like Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley. Because like the voices are pretty iconic, I think. But everything else is pretty easy to mimic, in my opinion. I mean, who knows? Somebody is gonna. I'm sure there's gonna be a whole bunch of people that disagree with this, and I would love to hear what people have to say about this, especially some diehard Kiss fans. I think that'd be funny. They're fun. They're fun to get mad. but, but yeah, I think that's interesting to say the least, right? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man. But yeah, I'm excited. Next weekend, I am heading out to Gainesville with some of my buddies, and we're just gonna like hang out for July 4th there and have a good time and everything, and that's where we'll record an episode of a podcast, um, and we might do a two-parter. I think Thursday night we might all hang out, and I might want to do an episode before and an episode like one of the last days we're in Gainesville. We're only gonna stay for a weekend, but like we'll have a night where we could do it. I think it'd be really funny. Like I'll have one mic, and then I'll just hand them a mic, like a dynamic mic, because I don't trust them. I don't trust them with my condenser. But we'll see how that goes. I think it could be a pretty funny episode or two. I'm probably not gonna post it to this one, but I will. I'm gonna make it like its own Spotify page and everything, which would be funny. It'd be really funny to have out there, and we could just send to our friends and everything, and just talk about the stupidest shit. But we already got a name for it. It's called the "You Promised You Can't Get Mad" podcast. We love long titles for podcasts. Can't you tell? So YPY G. Wait, no. YPYCGM. That's the acronym. It took me a second. You promised you can't get mad. And we're just going to talk about things that you promised you can't get mad about. So be ready for that. I'll definitely announce it in this podcast, and it'll be a good time, a good time. I've talked last week about a drummer we jammed with that was just phenomenal. Just such a good drummer. And by the time I get back from Gainesville, I'm going to set up another jam with him and my coworker Simon, who co-hosts that other podcast I do for work with me, and we're gonna set up a jam and see how things go. And then I've been brainstorming this idea with my future roommate Brandon, who I've worked with in the past. He just released a single called Blizzard. Go check it out. I talked about it on the previous episode. But where was I? Shit. Oh, he's moving in, and I was been brainstorming this idea because he really wants to do a rock cover band. Like he just wants to play fun rock songs that already exist and no pressure to like write any more material or anything. And honestly, I'm so down for it. So I'm thinking me and him will get together on that. And I know this drummer that wanted to work in a band like that. He plays drums in Robert's other band, the Backseat Crabs, and I'm gonna see how he likes that, and I might ask Simon to do that as well, because Simon he's usually in a cover band. He ever only has done bars and stuff like that and plays covers, so I think he'll have a good time in it, and I'll have a great time. I'm sure Brandon and I will probably share vocals. He's got a really good voice for not having any training at all. Like he just seems really solid, and and of course, I just love singing. Even and I might not be the best, but I think I can pull off some rock covers definitely. I mean, especially Purple Haze. I mean, that's got to be in the set list, right? Right. That's what I thought. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, like I said, I just don't have much to talk about right now cuz I'm tired. I mean, I know the episode is very late. It is almost 36 hours late. I apologize. I was traveling all day yesterday. We drove from Ohio to New Jersey, which is always fun. Love doing that. But yeah, that's about all I got to say right now. Next week there might not be an episode because of Gainesville and everything. No, I'll be here. So not next week, but the week after. Next week there will be another episode, hopefully, and maybe I'll have a little more energy. But until then, I hope you all have a fantastic week, and I will see you on the next one, or you'll hear me on the next one. That's probably a better way to say it. Anyways, peace out, and go learn shit about music, man.